Okay, team, here we go. The Kona Momentum in May challenge. I just want to take a second to tell you guys what a huge deal this is that you're even committing to this group. I can pinpoint down to the day where the different shifts in my business happened. And back in October of last year, that was the first big shift. Up until that point, I had been making Facebook posts and working my business here and there. I had gotten myself to gold, but I had a team, a couple people working the business, but I really didn't know how to apply myself. Every time I sat down to work my business every day, I was like, I don't know where to start. What's the first thing to do? What's the most important? I don't have time for this. How do I even decide? And then I would just kind of go on with my day and things wouldn't happen. But in October of last year, my upline, my diamond upline, Jessica Heffley, did a challenge that was even longer than this one. It was a 30-day challenge, and it was for all of October, and we had to work our business every single day. Guys, this changed my life. At the end of October, when I looked up on November 1st, I was like, what happened? Is this how you work a business? It was crazy. I couldn't believe that it worked, that things were happening. Like the success that I had been watching and not understanding how other people were achieving it was starting to happen for me in my business. And it was all because I had been consistent every day for a month. I had pushed past fears every day for a month. I had done the hard things in the challenge, and it changed me forever. I came out on the other side braver, more courageous, more confident, more aware of what I was capable of, and also with a desire to not settle. The second shift was December 31st December 1st, when I realized that Ruby was gonna be a really long shot. I mean, a really long shot. Like, I was so many points from it, but it was gonna be possible. So I prayed really hard. I had been praying over my business for months, but December 1st, I was like, Lord, please make this possible. Help me do this. And He convicted me. And I just felt like He told my heart, Abby, you have been praying for me to bless something that you still have not completely laid it all on the line for. And I realized I still wasn't doing my part. Even though I had been working my business every day at that point, I still had excuses. It still wasn't a big priority for me. And so on December 1st, I drew my line in the sand and I went all in. No excuses, worked my little bum off, covered all the bases. I didn't just recruit, I didn't just train my team, I did all the things, and I prayed hard, and it happened. I went Ruby on December 31st, New Year's Eve. And then January 1st, I made another big switch, and I decided to not just go all in, but to actually set a big, crazy goal. My original goal was to go Emerald by December. So I decided to go crazy and move my goal all the way up to July so that I could go to Hawaii this year. And I was like, all bets are off. This is gonna be so hard. I don't know how it's gonna happen, but here we go. I've got 7 months to do this. So I watched all the videos I could get my hands on. I took notes. I went to my upline more than ever before. I asked her questions almost daily. I went to sidelines. I sought out other emeralds and said, this is my plan. What was yours? How did you get here? I became the most coachable I had ever been. I even learned from my downlines. I asked people, how can I be better? How can I be a better leader? How can I serve you more? What inspires you? What makes you want to work harder? How can I lead you better? And I took all those things and applied them and decided to push myself harder than the hardest working person on my team, to outwork them every single day. And I ended up going Emerald in April instead of July, several months before my goal. So all of that to say, you guys, the Lord is so good. If you haven't already dedicated your business to Him, I would so strongly urge you to do that. Ask him for wisdom, because the word says that unless the Lord builds the house, the laborers labor in vain. And this business is about people. It really, really is. And so a lot of that is going to have to do with us pushing ourselves in personal growth so we can relate to people better, serve people better, communicate better, lead people better. All of that has to do with our growth, and our surrender to the Lord to show us where our weaknesses and our strengths are so that we can work off of both of those. I'm so excited for this challenge. I am going to be posting 5 little things to do for each of the 3 weeks, and I will start that today. But there's also 4 things overall that we will do for the entire 21 days, and you'll have 21 days to complete these 4 things. So the first thing is, today, if you don't already have one, run and get a journal. Kind of like you would like a food journal or food diary. This is going to be an IPA diary. So regardless of whether you're in an IPA chat or not, I also want you to do this on top of that. So for the next 21 days, starting today, we are all going to record our daily IPA. And that's literally every single thing you do for your business to benefit your business. Anything that is an income producing activity, be that adding Facebook friends, be that messaging new people, following up with people, checking on customers, team training, whatever it is. I want you guys to journal that for all 21 days. And that's gonna give us all a good grid of what we're actually doing. A lot of us feel like we're working super hard, but really it's just busyness and it's all in our mind, and we may or may not be doing things that are actually productive. So that's going to be a huge part of it. The second challenge is I want all of you guys to set up at least one in-person meeting, training meeting in these next 21 days, and make it in person unless like literally you don't have anyone on your team in your area. If your team is all so spread out, you literally have no one in your town, then set up a FaceTime meeting or a Zoom meeting with your team. And it doesn't have to be your leaders. It can also be newbies, just whatever it is, a team training. But if you can, make it in person, even if it's with one person. Take them to coffee, take them to lunch, really give them an hour or 2 of your time and really invest in them, breathe belief into them. I would encourage you guys to do this with a newbie, someone that isn't already your runner yet. Because it's huge. When you guys learn to invest one-on-one, you will be blown away at the payoff. And then the next thing, sorry, I'm gonna have to check my notes, and then the next thing is that all of you guys would commit to getting yourself silver in these 21 days. Guys, I've always known that leading by example is a huge deal. And thankfully, on average, I have gone silver every month since I joined. And so, or at least gone silver. Sometimes it was more than that. But especially since going emerald and being added to so many jewel threads and getting to see what all the jewels and diamonds are saying about how to keep your growth going, how to keep leading by example, recruiting is it. Guys, the minute we slow down on recruiting, the minute we stop recruiting, we have literally stopped and slowed down the growth of our entire teams. Do not think that it is time to make the switch. Literally, until you are emerald, and still, like, I've already doubled my own IPA for this month because I don't want to stop at emerald. So I'm continuing. My goal for this month is to recruit at least 6 people. And that's minimum. That's what I'm going for myself. But even the diamonds still recruit, you guys. Even though their focus is a lot on their team, they are in such a different place. And that switch really does not even begin to happen until emerald. So I cannot stress enough. Do not just turn your focus to training your team. You are your own rock star. You are your own strongest leg. So definitely, if you were on the Zoom with Brooke this past month, you heard that she got over 50 level 1s in her first couple months because she knew she had to grow her team wide and not just deep. So that is huge. It's such a big deal. And with all the tools and stuff we're going to be implementing in this 21 days, going silver shouldn't be that hard of a thing. We're going to have lots of things going that will help you guys achieve that, but I wanted to give you a heads up on the front end to do whatever you need to do, because I don't know what all of you guys' IPA looks like. So maybe you're going to have to double your IPA. I don't know. Maybe you're already messaging 30 people a day, and so you can just keep at it. But whatever that looks like, we're going to do whatever it takes for all of us to go silver again in these next 21 days. The fourth thing and the last thing for the 21-day challenge is that we are going to all create a team culture of threes. And so I would strongly encourage you guys to implement that in whatever way you can, but that is the foundation of this business. People don't understand words like duplication. They don't understand phrases like power of three. And so we have to break it down into teeny tiny bites for them and help them get it, help them grasp it and understand that. So what we're going to do, and what I would strongly encourage you guys to do, is do lots of miniature challenges that would encourage people to exercise the power of three. So 3-way calls, 3-way chats, 3 investments every single week in personal development. So make it 1 team call, 1 video, and 1 personal development book that they're reading. So 3 exercises in personal development every week. Also help encourage them your newbies and your leaders to go silver again and again as many times in a month as they can. And also we're going to be focusing on front loading. So that power of three, that culture of three, is not something we want to implement halfway through the month. It's something we want to implement today, because there's so many facets to that and so many parts of that. We want to go ahead and get people started strong now, be that newbies or seasoned people. All right, guys, I can't wait to start posting these challenges up for you, but hopefully you guys have taken some good notes and have a good handle on how this 21 days is going to go. I'm so excited. You guys are going to rock it. Just keep in mind, this group is for the dedicated, and so if there is a week where all the challenges don't get done, you will be removed from the group. No hard feelings, but this group specifically, we're really going to protect positivity and pushing each other towards our goals. So there's not going to be room for, oh, this happened today and so I didn't get it done. It's really a lot looser. Like, this is easier than the challenge I went through. So you guys don't, like, if you don't get a challenge done today, you can make up for it tomorrow. Like, those 5 challenges that will be posted every week, you guys just have to get them done within the week. If you do it every day, that will obviously make it easier for you, but it's not going to be like, oh, you didn't do it today, you're out. That's not how it works. I am making this so doable for you guys, but we have to commit. We have to say we're all in regardless of what's going on. And I promise you guys it will be so, so worth it. I'm excited. You guys have got this.